Hey there everyone, my name is Monkey Shot from Fly Guys Who Play Game, back with some more Gauntlet Dark Legacy, huzzah! And we still have an electric weapon, that's nice. Or is that, oh, yeah, that's, I forget what it's even called. I think, actually it's called lightning, because for some reason there's light and then there's lightning, because of course. Anyways, yeah, Skyworld. Skyworld is my favorite world in this game for the most part, although, mind you, there's a couple that are pretty close, but I think Skyworld is my favorite because I love the aesthetic of it, because it's very atypical. Like, I guess it's a very steampunk Skyworld, but it's like it's very cool. By the way, one of my favorite little glitches with this game, so the music, you can see that the portal is kind of broken now. It stopped animating. It's like a weird little glitch with the portals is that normally when you walk on something, right, the music kind of plays like a sound effect and then, like, you know, it sucks you in, but it only does that when you stop moving on the portal. So if you keep moving, not only does the sound never play, the graphic does play, but eventually, like, it like doesn't loop anymore, and like the sounds never plays, right? Now the instant we stop moving on this thing, it'll immediately suck you in. Like, weird little glitch with the portals. Toxic Spire. So, Skyworld in this game is, basically, it's sort of like half of a world, because originally the Forsaken Province and Sky Dominion were the same world. Ooh, jeez, and this guy's, you know, a nice introduction. There's the Guardian for this world. I think also there's a death here, I want to say? Yeah, because watch this. You get an anti-thing here, and then, oh, look. Yo, death. Yeah, I also forgot about this. I think I mentioned this, but 100%. If you get anti-death, will let you get more than your max HP, which is kind of a cool thing. But yeah, the Forsaken Province and the Sky Dominion are originally the same world in the original game, in Legends, and they got split into two different worlds in this game, which is why, like, it's like there's only 4 levels in each, because they had to, like, you know, they did kind of make new levels. It's also a weird thing because in the original game, I can't even eat that food because I have more than my max HP. In the original game, a couple levels are the same in this world. Like, they have, like, the same name, but the actual layout is, like, completely different. Like, I think I mentioned this, but this game, like, the next level I think is, like, I forget what it is. There's, like, extra levels that aren't even in Dark Legacy that were only in Legends, which is kind of interesting because obviously there's 8 levels, but it's weird. I don't know. How do I put it? Maybe I'm trying to explain too much. I don't know. And you can kind of tell because, for one thing, Forsaken Province and Sky Dominion are the only worlds where the explosion dude is poison. Like, all other worlds, the barrel dudes explode, but only in those 2 worlds are they poison dudes. Another thing, too, is that, so, these, we haven't seen it yet, but, these enemies right here are actually kind of notable, because it's another kind of artifact of the fact that this world used to be, you know, this and Sky Dominion used to be the same world, right? That's why, like, the idea is that, like, the reason why the Forsaken Province is so poisonous is because this place is dumping all the poison on them. Also, I totally forgot about this. We got a little butterfly with us now. So, I think because we reached level 30, right? Yeah. So, every... Oops. That was probably worth it. So, every... I didn't actually get that food because I didn't have enough health. That's funny, actually. So, every character gets, like, a little, like, pet with them when they reach level 30. In this case, because I'm the archer, I get a little butterfly. And the pet basically shoots slightly weaker projectiles, but it gives you, like this is a permanent upgrade. And it basically gives you slightly more, like, shots to kind of get around bigger groups of enemies. It's like a permanent upgrade. And every character gets their own thing. Like, I think the dwarf gets, like, a hawk, which is kind of cool. Yeah. It's kind of funny, because even though the guys here wear, like, these gas masks, I'm pretty sure poison still hurts them. Whoops. You can drop off quite high from this, because there's like a... You can kind of drop off stuff, but it's a little weird, because you can't... Oops, let's get away from that. You can't always... You have to be like a certain distance above the ground. Like, I can't drop off from too high, but you can. You can also obviously drop down from higher up, and you can, like, walk up here. And it works like that for enemies and stuff, too. And I think for, like, generals and golems, they can do it from higher up, because they're bigger than you. Which is, like, that doesn't come into play too much, but it is something to keep in mind, because it does exist, you know? Anyways, cool thing is, if you walk over, this guy spawns in, and you're supposed to, like, walk over and you do it, but you can shoot him from here, too. You have to kind of shoot him from far away, though, because he's a little high up. I think from here should be fine. The nice thing about the pet is their shots are actually higher than yours. So they can kind of cheese stuff. Actually, I think I'll just do this. Did I get him? There you go. I forget how strong the butterfly's attack is. It's like something like that's funny, it dropped on the gate. That's hilarious, actually. It's like something like a third or like a quarter. It's not half. Because you'll see it takes a lot more than like this, just like 2 shots to kill stuff. Even when you're like a strong thing. Whether a strong player, character, whatever. Yeah, I love that the small enemy for this area is just little slime puddles. Speaking of which, if I remember correctly, I think there is a... I want to say that's a death. Dang. Maybe that's like, that might be like multiplayer only. You can hear too that the Summoner's the announcer, basically. He said like that was a heroic effort. So if you punch enough enemies in a row, he actually says stuff, which is kind of funny. Items left behind are lost forever, which basically means, yeah, the gate closes. For some reason, this specific level has like a gimmick where the way back gets closed off a bunch of times. Yeah, like the slime puddles basically come out of like a little sewer grate, which is kind of cute. So let me keep punching these guys. So the detail that these guys are supposed to be like the upgrade. I guess I'll just say that these guys were originally like the super enemy of the world, or like the upgraded enemy, whatever you want to call them. Where like they are tougher and like, and you can really tell because the high tier ones actually shoot projectiles at you. Let's see if we'll like see that, because you can see them over there. Yeah, so they shoot little like poison balls at you. Oh, there you go. Let's get this guy to walk over here. I love that, like, because they punch stuff, you just, even though I'm above him, you can get them to just, like, kill stuff for you. Which I think is hilarious. Anyways, let's see if we can get him on to the bridge here so I can shoot him more easily. I can shoot these guys. I guess I'll use the turbo just to clear this out. There we go. Get up here. I mean, I can't really do much from there, but it's much better because now I can kind of, like, now that he's kind of up there, I can kind of just get him over here. And now we can basically just do that. And his Earthquake does not actually have enough range to hit us from up here, so we're good. Is it cheesy? Yes, but this is how you play the... I mean, it's not how you play this game, but it's like, why not, you know what I mean? Oh! Don't do that. Yeah, you get close enough, you'll start punching. Because it's a little weird, because the way he's walking actually changes his hitbox, because his hitbox is tied to his body, so as he walks around, it actually like moves where you can hit him. But yeah, these guys are pretty tough for a regular enemy because of that, because, you know, they weren't supposed to be... They're a little weaker than they used to be, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, otherwise it'd be like Skyward would be, like, really tough this early on. Because otherwise we'd be dealing with these guys the whole world. But, yeah. It is pretty cool because they're the only regular enemy that shoots projectiles in this game because of that weird little thing. I think they are definitely like tougher. Like they're ooh. That was a chest that I think that's like a random chest, but since I couldn't see because emulation stuff, who knows? Oh well. Man, all the chests here suck. Ah! Let me shoot that. Anything back here? Not that I would know. Oh! I guess that's important. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know what... It's weird that the transparent textures, like, kind of show. Like, it shows the geometry, but not objects. That's a weird quirk. I wonder if I can fix that, but... I don't know. Ooh, super shots. Oops. Less super shots. It's kind of weird there's, like, two different things here to, like, do stuff. You can open up that gate and this gate. I think that's not true. I think actually, like... Well, I don't know. There you go. Alright, so let's open you up. Hey, a potion. Poison gas can act a little weird too, because like enemies, I don't know what it is. Something about enemies walking through poison gas is like weirdly inconsistent. Like sometimes they'll like walk right through it and just take no damage at all, because it like only checks like every once in a while or something weird like that. Not only that, but like another weird thing is that like if they're like touching a wall or something, like they'll suddenly take like a shit ton of damage from poison. I don't know what it is. It's weird. You know, I just realized I would have had an opportunity to show off one of the things that makes the archer so insane. But we'll show it off hopefully if I remember next time. I will say that it involves the super shot thing. She can do something with it that other characters can't. Kick the poison puddles. Ouch. Ah, there's so many. Wow, there's a lot of exploding chests in this world. Yeah, I remember this. There's an hourglass. That's another one of those items that is pretty rare. It only shows up a handful of times. I broke something up top. Oop. Secret thing there. Alright, so what the hourglass is, this is time stop. Just pretty rare enemy. It literally freezes everything. Nothing can move right now. And yeah, as you can see, that includes death here. So if we're lucky, maybe I forget there's an anti-death around here? It doesn't look like it. I wonder if I can show something off at you, so let's head back here. So let's get Death to walk over here. So Death here has one weird thing with him. Maybe I shouldn't call it weird, but like a detail about him. So you can use potions to kill him, but there's another thing you can do too. If you can see, I'm hitting him. I should walk down before he... Because I'm at a weird angle where, like, I bet you if he walks towards me long enough, it'll actually, like, walk out. But yeah, if you shoot him 100 times, you can tell I'm hitting him because, yeah, because the shots aren't, like, making a effect. If you shoot him 100 times, you'll actually kill him without having to use a potion on him. You pretty much have to get him stuck to do that, or just, you know, kind of walk around forever. But it is an option. If you're like out of potions or just like desperate. Usually if you're in a situation like that, it's just kind of better to just ignore him or just get away from him. But that is an option. And it's actually kind of nice because your pet, even though their shots are like a lot weaker than yours, the pet shots count for full against killing death. So you essentially can kill him twice as fast now, which is kind of nice actually. Oh, we're already at the end of the world actually. Gotta watch out for there's like barrels rolling around. Yeah, this level I think has 4 songs that play throughout, which is actually quite a lot. There's like 3 songs that, and then like now there's this 4th song. The song changes quite a few times. And like that's the start level right there. We're like, the idea is that the very first level of Skyward is that we're literally climbing up a huge spire to get to higher up, basically. Get out of here before Barrel runs us down. Whoa! Does that lever suddenly change? I guess it did like lock behind us, or is it? What it probably was is that when you get like certain objects, if you're not close enough, they are essentially like the game just like freezes them, like it stops caring about them. So I'm guessing that's probably what happened. So we finally got close enough to that lever, because that lever is the one that got switched when we got, farther up. I forget if I want to say there's a hidden wall somewhere around here, so I'm gonna wait for a barrel to roll by. Geez, it sure takes for a while. Oh, maybe not. Dude, I forget, I don't think you can actually destroy this barrel. It's just an obstacle, even though it is green colored. Whee! Vey. Do not venture far until I've seen the secret exit. I do think it's funny that you have stuff like this lever. So on just like a wooden platform, like the game does that a lot. Where like it does not care that this doesn't make any sense. There's just a wooden lever. There's just this lever on like a piece of wood. It's attached to this somehow. I forgot how you flipped that. Whoop! Jeez, that scared me. I forgot about that guy. So eventually, Barrel's gonna come by. There you go. Ah. I think this is a hidden wall right here. Nope. I just did that because of the trouble. Oh, no, you just have to go a little further. Ah, there you go. That's the trick you do. For the spikes in this world are like this toxic green color. It's like they're poison spikes, you know what I mean? It's like if they stab you and give you like freaking like they like inject you, give you the old venom treatment. Oop! Avoided that. I think it's like usually like 2 at a time. Yeah, that's the trick. Ah, nice speed right at the end, so I can just blast through this now. Screw you. Nope. Your ticket to ride is a one-way trip. So yeah, if you haven't unlocked the secret exit at this point, you're boned. I mean, you can just not walk over here. I do appreciate it's kind of hard to see, but these dudes have like a weird little like poison gas thing over their heads. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This part actually is like really like it lags a little. Like this is, I don't even think this is like specific to the fact that I'm emulating. Like it just kind of lags in general because it's quite like you're seeing like the whole level up here. So it does actually kind of lag a little. There is some nice loot up here, though. And like the ultimate in like making no sense is that poison gas hurts the toxic slime puddles because the game doesn't really give a shit what it is. It'll get hurt if it's in there. Alright, so here's the dealio. This is the hardest secret level in the game, and there is absolutely no guarantee I'm gonna do it. I'll try my damnedest, but this is deceptively difficult because it's an auto-scroller. You're basically just riding this cloud that just kind of moves around, so you just kind of have to... And it's like the depth perception is fucking weird. You just kind of want to line up with the coin and just kind of hope you're good. And like it moves back and forth and like messes with you too, so it can be kind of hard to see. Plus like it isn't always just as simple as just line up because the cloud moves up and down, which also messes with your depth perception. Like it's annoying. Especially because you have this part where like I can't see. Although it's a pretty cool atmosphere that's like you're in like heaven and all of a sudden you're in hell. It's kind of funny. Ugh, that coin is a bit tricky because it just kind of swoops on in. Come on. You can barely see this coin. Come on, don't... No! See, I missed the last coin because I fucking went under it. Damn. See? God dang. That sucks. Ugh. Ah, well. By the way, the character that belongs to this world is the Knight, which is kind of weird, but it's like, I don't know. It's like he's like a Sky Raider, kind of. I get the feeling that they picked... Maybe there's logic to that. I mean, I don't know. Don't ask me. I would assume it's just a case of they wanted... The Knight would make sense with the castle, but... like, obviously the castle already has the Valkyrie, so, you know, you can't really do much about that. Alright, anyways. I guess I have quite a bit of money right now. Let's buy just a random item, huh? Let's start with a hammer. I love starting with a hammer. Actually, maybe I should have gotten Super Shot to show off my little thing. Oh well. Maybe next level. Oh yeah, we upgraded. Archer is now a level veteran. Yeah, for some reason, there's like certain lines get skipped in the PS2 version, or it's like an emulation thing. I have no idea why. It's weird. So we're upgraded a bit more again, although, like, basically it's just the same thing. We're just wearing more stuff. I think our boots are bigger. We got more stuff. You know, as you level up, right, your character basically gets up, like, more armor. The Archer never really gets, like, heavy armor, but she does get, like, a lot more, like, wrapping around her, basically. And I think this is my... Is this? No. This is a fun level, though, but, yeah. We're already fighting the upgraded enemy for this world. Sky Docks. So, these guys are weird because they don't have they're one of the few upgrade enemies that doesn't have a projectile. Instead, the bigger ones have, like, this weird, like, spin move that they do. That has, like, a big-ass hitbox, basically, but, like... This is a great level, by the way. It's also, like... one of the longest levels in the whole game, so, you know, keep that in mind. Oop. I gotta watch out for this thing. Yeah, there's like a plane. But, like, the whole world just has this awesome aesthetic. I just love the way it looks, and, like... It's just nice to have a Skyworld that isn't just, like, haha, clouds, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. And you have a lot of these switches that do stuff like just move these flying platforms around, which once again, like, this makes no sense, but it's cool, so who cares, right? Get out of here, jerk. I forgot if I've even mentioned this, but, like, yeah, the size of potion explosions is based on your magic stat, which I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned that, but just in case, you know, it wasn't obvious. Yeah, they'll like do like a spin move on you, which you can very clearly see if you like get near them and just kind of like get them stuck on a wall. Because those kind of spin around in place. Oops, I don't know if I wanted to necessarily take this. Oh wait! Oh, I forgot there's a super shot there. Alright, watch this. Boom! With super shot, all the little projectiles that your super shoots become turbo, like become super shots. So it does a ludicrous amount of damage. It like obliterates like everything. It's actually kind of stupid how good it is. I think that's actually like, I want to say it's like basically the strongest thing in the game. It's kind of silly. Like I think you can like obliterate like even like I guess I won't say it yet, but like, I mean, it should be obvious. There's bosses in the game, right? So even this combo like obliterates even like bosses will get wrecked by it. I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll save a key there. I don't remember if this uses up a shot either. Like I might be able to just keep doing this and just, you know, just super shot whenever I need it. I forget. Forget how that works. Is that everything? Oh, I forgot about the crystal. Yeah, pick that up. Do that. Watch out for the plane. Is that too? Alright, let's head over here. Oh, it definitely does, because it used it up. Okay. That makes sense. So like, yeah, it's not like, because it uses it up way faster, but still it's very strong because you just blast out a ton in a short frame while also having like invincibility frames. So, you know, it's quite strong. Venture further and you cannot return. If I remember correctly, there's a general on this. Yep. Let's get rid of you. Boom! Oh, I missed because he was too high up. Get him! There you go. Oh, I wonder if his item... I wonder if he doesn't drop an item or if it just like... Oops, he's too high up. Or like some weird thing, like because he's on this platform, it like broke or something weird. I want to say there's a death on this, but I might be thinking of the first level. It was an apple. Oop. Let's see. Death? Nope, just some junk. I think junk is worth like 10 gold, so it's not worth nothing, but generally it's not something you care about picking up, basically. Oh, I probably should have saved that, because I think there's a gargoyle literally like 2 feet below me. Whoops. Yeah, like, that's funny, actually. Alright, so let's, alright. Wake up, buddy. Oh god, yeah, that hits multiple times, by the way. So that's pretty strong. And like gargoyles turn around pretty quick, so it's kind of hard. Oh god, I want the turbo, but being an asshole about it. There we go. Boom! If you get right inside the gargoyle, the archer does ridiculous damage. She's probably the strongest character in this version of the game. Honestly, like in terms of damage at least. Like the fact that she's fast and does a lot of damage is kind of insane, because most characters' turbos don't work like that. There are some weird things I won't really get to show off, obviously. Ah, get off of me!
I've not seen such bravery.
So yeah, if I think if I get close to these, yeah, those like the big green ones have like this spin attack they can use. I don't know what actually is different, because I mean usually you don't let them hit you, but like I would assume it's probably does more damage and it probably has that a wide hitbox around them. Like it doesn't hurt me if I walk up to them, but I think that's because they're like kind of blocked off. But yeah, if I haven't already mentioned it, this is, I believe, the longest level in the game, and it also has a fairly long song. Like, the song is only starting to wrap up now, and it hasn't looped yet. If I remember correctly, there's a general right at the top of this, so I want to wait till I at least get my turbo up. But you can actually, like he's up there, but you can just do this, because he's not really, like, close enough to you, which is kind of funny, actually, so I guess it's actually not that big a deal. Oh, look at that guy. Look how far away they are, and they're still shooting me. Jerk. There we go. One almost fell off. Gave me some keys, though. Look at this guy. Get out of here. Yeah, you can still, like, the shot actually lets me, like, get that guy, even though I normally wouldn't be able to. Aw, nuts! I didn't mean to do this! I'm wasting my shield! Go back up! Alright. Where's this dude? Shoot me! Pew! Pew! The bomb guy, too. Pew! Let's see if the bomb guy will hit me. Well, it's reflecting, but it's also flying way further than him, so it's not really working very well. I do love how, like, there's some, like this platform's floating, and there's not even a reason for it. It's just floating. There's nothing attached to it. It's just a floating platform, you know? It's pretty rare for that to actually be in this game, but there are these weird floating rocks. Open that. Guess head up here. I think there's a death up here, but once again, that might be multiplayer. Yep. Well, I don't really care about you, but I will kill you, because why not? Oh wait, I have to kind of get a little higher. Here. There you go. And since I'm shooting 2 shots at him, he's going to die pretty quickly, so I can go like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... what am I at? Probably like 30, 31, 33, 35, 40, 41, 43, 45, 47. There you go. He dead. Yeah, the butterfly definitely helps him die pretty quick. Not that it really matters, because I mean, if I'd gone over here, he would have just been like... He would have just pieced out anyways. But yeah, like, I just love like these big rides where you just fly all around. Gives them an excuse to just have these like big open areas. It's kind of funny because the level's huge in terms of like the actual distance you travel, but then like the actual like you still fight in these pretty like cramped areas a lot of the time. Not that it's always cramped. Like I wouldn't say this is particularly cramped. It's just kind of a funny thing. Whoop! Get rid of you guys. Aye! Yeah, they're tough though. Even though they don't shoot projectiles, they're still tough because they take a lot of hits to kill. And they attack actually like pretty fast. Like you can see, like it can be kind of hard to get away from them sometimes because like this game is like kind of like I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's like there's some mechanics with stun where it like kind of it like slows you down and like kind of slows like both in terms of your movement speed and like your attack speed. And it works for enemies too, which is why the extra projectile that your butterfly shoots or your pet shoots is pretty helpful even if it's not as strong because it like stuns stuff too. I guess since I'm kind of in like a bit of a it's on my mind. I want to mention that in the original game, I think actually the archers basically always work like this, but a character who used to actually kind of work like this but got nerfed heavily in Dark Legacy is the wizard. The wizard's rock shower for like it's like his basic turbo attack. For some reason his oh yeah. This is a fun thing. So this Man, like usual, the AI of these guys is so weird. Like, he just, like, suddenly decided to just, like, do his little swing where he just kind of sits there and does it. But, the wizard used to have, like, his rock shower is, like, his basic triple attack. And for some reason, it would hit, like, every frame, and not just, like, once, and it would hit for, like, full damage every frame, like a turbo attack would. So, like, basically the golems, because the original Legends only had golems as, like, a big tough enemy. And, like, golems would basically just melt if you rock showered them. They would just die instantly, because it just hits them, like, for a shit ton of damage every frame. I have no idea why it was like that, but that got nerfed so it was just one hit. Which does take away the wizard's, like, special thing. Jeez, I have, like, gas buildup, but it's, like, not going away. Ugh. It, like, took away his special thing, but it was kind of, like, even the archer wasn't that good. Like, she has to, like, finagle herself to do a lot of damage to, like, big enemies and stuff. Whereas the stinking wizard could just kill everything for free. Other characters have a couple, like, pretty much all the new characters actually have some weird thing about them. Like, the Jester throws bombs as his, like, projectile, and his bombs actually do have it's very small, but it does have a small amount of AoE where you can hit walls and still hurt enemies. It, like, opens him up to, like, bonus cheese, if it makes sense. You can, like, hit stuff in certain ways that you wouldn't normally be able to. And the sorceress has, she's the only character, I think, that has special strong attacks, where instead of just shooting her regular shots, she just shoots, like, magic shots at people, but the sorceress's strong attack is like a kiss. She shoots, like, a toxic kiss that moves slowly through the air and actually pierces through enemies. So she's, like, the only character whose strong attack is actually, like, usable on regular enemies. It, like, goes through walls and stuff, too, which is weird, but it also doesn't hit generators. So it's, like, actually, like, really cool. She's definitely one of the more interesting characters because of that. Let me see if I can get this guy over here, because this propeller hurts you, but it actually hurts, like, everything. So, like, if we get this guy over here, we can maybe, like, get him killed by it, which would be pretty funny, I think. Instead he died. And his item fell! God damn it. Stupid, get off of me, jerks. I wanted that. I still think it's hilarious that can happen. I think in the GameCube version, when they die, their item drops straight down and not forward like that. So I think that, like, for the most part, it's much rarer for their item to actually get lost because of that. Which, you know, you could argue that's a good thing, but, I mean, you know, I kind of like that. It's interesting, I think, so I think I prefer that. Alright. And if you couldn't tell, yeah, the Phoenix, that's what the Phoenix essentially is. It's essentially like a super pet. It replaces your pet while it's active. So, for a while, the Phoenix is just a pure upgrade, but now it's like, I mean, it's still a pure upgrade, but it's like a little different, because it doesn't just give you more power completely. It, like, is slightly less because you lose your pet. Well, that's funny, because I was on a ramp, my turbo attack got angled downward. Yeah, this level, I remember, yeah, it has a lot of, like, big enemies in it. Because I believe, like, the way... Oh, yeah, there's another one right now, fuck. Yeah, actually, yeah, the generals actually get, like, kind of knocked back by the... Like, the Phoenix is actually really strong on those guys in particular for some reason. Like, it, like, melts them. Not only does it, like, hit them hard, but it also, like, knocks them... It's, like, much easier to, like, stun them. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. But yeah, like, enough. So we just killed, like, 2 generals, like, short to, like, back to back. Now, I believe, right around here, I think they'll actually be, if we, like, walk over here. I forget which it is. One of the levers will, like, do this. I forget which lever it is that does something. Whoops. Let's see. So we head down here. I think it might be this one? No, that just opens the way. At some... Maybe I'm thinking of the next level, actually. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of the next level. So the funny thing is you open this up and you get a meal, and it's like, alright, that was pretty worth it. But if you couldn't tell, this texture is a little sus.
Runestones have been found.
Oh. We actually broke it because we got the runestone through the wall. Because your hitbox, like, there's like a weird bit of nuance with that, where like your hitbox like gets like extended by stuff. So like, because we were punching, we got the runestone through the wall. Why do I have I have a memory of there being a general around here, but I don't remember where. Ah, whatever. I must be thinking of the next level, because this level and the next level actually have a lot of similar parts to them. It has kind of a similar look to it, because it's like... This is like the docks, and then the next level is like... I forget what it's called. It's actually my favorite level in the game, we'll see. But, I forget what it is. It's funny, it's like my favorite level, I actually don't remember. But yeah, you can see what I mean about this being the longest level in the game. Like, we've done a lot, and there's still like a lot more. Like, the developers definitely had fun making this level. Continue on this path, and you'll leave the past behind. Yeah, like a theme of Skyward in general, like Skydocks or like the Toxic Spiral is like a big one, but even just a lot of the other levels, like you have these like a lot of points of no return, basically. Yeah, that's just junk. Ooh, nice. I do appreciate that with this game, like the environmental hazards like hurt monsters too. Not all of them, because like obviously spikes don't, but spikes are like just like the basic traps don't for the most part, like spikes and like the ringers and stuff. But like things like this plane will, like anything that's like a special environmental hazard will generally hurt enemies as well as you. Oh god, big dude, kill him. You can see like it hurts them, but like sometimes like yeah, like you see like that guy, like the guy on the left, like suddenly took a bunch of hits. But it's like weird, like poison gas does damage to enemies, but like does like it's really weirdly like it does like very little a lot of the time. Like it's weirdly inconsistent. Ah, poison gas, huh? Should I leave that for up there? I forget if there's anything over here you want it for. I feel like of the potions, it's like fire is probably the most useful because it has the longest lasting effect. But you know, that's just that's what I prefer, because it has a longer like it basically has a longer like you can't approach me while I'm in this circle effect essentially. Where is death? There's like obvious, this is pretty obvious, but basically anytime there's an anti-death ring, there is essentially always going to be a death somewhere, because that's just like basic logic. Like it would be weird if there wasn't, right? I actually don't remember where he is, if he's even on this part of the level. It might be like something for later. Hell, it might be one of those weird things where maybe it shows up, but Death himself only shows up in multiplayer, because that happens sometimes. Because there's a lot more like deaths and generals and stuff in multiplayer, which I've already mentioned, but sometimes I kind of wish I could have had a chance to do it, but oh well. The nice thing is the anti-death ring does last quite a long time. It's one of the, it's like I think this and like the X-ray specs are like the longest lasting power-up. I probably should have lowered that first. That would have saved me some time. Thankfully the cooldown on this is very short. I want to say Death should be around this area. Yeah, he's like right here, right? This barrel? No, this chest. There you go. The funny thing is, while I was sucking Death's health, I actually could not like do anything. Like while you're doing that, it like locks you out. Like I can't do anything else except suck him. So if you want to, you know, not do that, you have to get away from him. Oof! Get him! Oh, there's another gargoyle. Jesus, man. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, man, this is what makes her, like, even her regular turbo so strong, because it like gets bonus effects just from like the amulet. Like, for example, all right, like watch this, just melted. There's the end of the level finally, although it's still a little bit to that because there's some stuff over here first. You have to like move around a few like platforms here. We get this like weird like hot air toxic pool balloon, which I don't know why this is a thing, but I love the way it looks, so who cares? We're not even done yet. Now we have to ride around the top of these balloons. These jerks are like moving around like crazy. Hey! Oy vey! Now you can see like how long this anti-death lasts for. Like it's still going. Do 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 do. I thought you could see some like Z-axis, or like I guess would that be like X-axis fighting? Whatever. You could see some fighting there because that the staircase is being blocked by like a destructible crate, but they used like a full-sized one and like placed on like the same spot. So you could kind of see some weird coordinate stuff happening. I don't think that happens on console. I want to say that's an emulator thing because I think on console it doesn't do that. Oy vey, yeah, we're still going, man. It's funny we could see the exit, but there's still a lot to go yet. You can see these. It's funny that the destructible crates are like very like they like you can tell they're flying about, but like the pieces are barely even like connected. It's like weird looking like that. What's over here? Is there anything over here? No, just toxic pool. Kind of weird, I guess. It's like there's enemies there, but there's not really any reason to go there because there's nothing. There's probably, like everything, I should probably say there's probably something in multiplayer. I think we're getting pretty close now. There's a purple potion here. I think this takes you... Does this take you? Yeah, it takes you to the end. There's a purple potion here, but I think I'll take my fire potion. I prefer that one. Did I say purple potion? I meant to say like poison potion, but I was like, they're all color. I always call them colors, so that was like weird. But yeah, you can see that was a long level for what it was. That's level 2. Even though this world only has 4 levels in it compared to the previous 2 having 5, it's like longer than them. Just because the levels themselves have a lot more meat and potatoes to them. And we got a runestone too. I think there's another runestone in this world too, because for some reason, yeah, the worlds with 5 levels in them have 1 runestone, but the worlds with 4 levels in them have 2. That's not consistent, mind you. Don't like say that. I'm not saying that that's all the 4 level worlds have 2 runestones in them. I'm pretty sure that's not consistent. It's just funny that it's true of the previous 2. Because, you know, Forsaken Province and this one both have 2 in them, but then the other one have 1. Yeah, Sky Shipyard. This is my favorite level in the game. Because it's like, you know, what was the last one? Like, Sky Docks and then Sky Shipyard? Or is it like... It's something docks. It's funny. There's another docks level later in the game that's like different, kind of. It's not the same type of docks, but it's also like one of the longest. Like both the docks levels in the game are like the longest levels in the game. So it's just funny. That's like a weirdly consistent theme. But yeah, no more of those gremlin dudes. Instead, they're back to poison dudes. Ah, God. Good thing there's an apple. Yummy. But yeah, this is my favorite one in the game because I just love the way it looks and like the theme behind it. Like it's like a shipyard, but it's like, you know, it's a floating shipyard. So I don't know, that just like immediately adds coolness points to me. Let's, you know, jeez, think I can get a shot off on them? Oh man, it goes through the wall. Here, watch this. Just like it like hit the side, but it didn't actually get to them. I don't think so. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, because these guys shoot projectiles, it makes them deceptively, like, scary compared to a lot of stuff. Like, they're definitely one of the tougher regular enemies, which is funny because they're still relatively early on. Like, we're in, like, the mid-game, I would say. Well, I wouldn't say, like, we're, like, early mid-game because, like, there's 8 worlds. There's like 8 main worlds, but there's like more to it than that. Like it isn't just 8 worlds and then fight a final boss and then we're done. There's a little more to it after that. Hey, look at this guy. Whoops! I didn't mean to. I forgot this just kicks you out. Oh, that's fine. It's funny because that guy's like. You can fight this guy super early because he's just over here. There we go. If this thing might actually drop below, so I don't want to do that. Also, I can stand above him and he'll just start killing stuff. I don't know if this gives you experience. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the way the game works, it isn't kills you get experience for, it's hitting stuff. It's like, you'll level up, like, mid-killing an enemy. Because every hit that drains a certain amount of their health gives you experience relative to... I think it's relative to how much damage you're doing. I don't know why, but as a kid, I'd love to do this. Like, I love to just watch these guys just spitting around and killing the shit out of enemies. Because they don't give 2 craps. Boom! That's satisfying. They're better at killing them than you are. Oop! Hey, get out of here. I forget if this is... No, that's a good chest. I think there's a death around here, I want to say? Yeah, like right there. So I just use a potion on him, because he's definitely not in a spot where I'm going to be able to kid him a bunch. If I had to guess. Actually, I guess I can. He is stuck on it. I'll save a potion doing this. It's funny, I never showed this off until now, and I'm using it like every time. I don't know, I think it's funny to be able to just get him stuck in like... Because like their AI of enemies is weird, because like you think like, well, he's stupid, he just goes straight towards you. But enemies sometimes do show like more advanced pathfind, but they have to be like stuck in like a specific way. They have to be like stuck on enemies. If they're stuck on a wall, they'll generally just walk straight towards you through the wall and do nothing. But if they're like stuck on like a big group of enemies, they'll actually like try to walk around them. It's weird. I don't know why it's like inconsistent like that. Or why it like is like weirdly like, I don't know. Ah, get out of here. Yeah, later in the game we'll be hearing the "I've not seen such bravery" lines, and that was heroic effort lines a lot more often, because later in the game enemies will start respawning from their things real fast. Let's just say that. Some good money there. Ah, what the heck? Oh god, poison meat. I think poison meat does 100 damage to you. It's pretty bad. Or maybe it's even like... It must just be 100. Surely, right? I don't know. Here, let's do this. Get rid of you guys so I can grab this potion. The purple potion, you know? That very obviously purple potion. Another set of keys, cherry. I tend to think that one of my HP is like around, like because I was at 3,500, I was like, oh, that's full health, right? Because it's pretty rare, because a lot of enemies tend to do, because I'm pretty sure it's because the damage they do is based on your defense stats. So your defense stat slightly reduces it. So they never do, they don't tend to do like 5 damage or something like that. They'll tend to do like, they'll do like 4 damage to you or something, like, because, you know, they really don't do that much damage a lot of the time. Defense is definitely the worst stat in this version of the game just because of that. It's like, who cares? It's much better to just kill stuff before they can get to you. Oh, that's a nice item. That's another one we haven't seen yet. Let's pick these keys up before we forget. So we've seen growth, but there's actually an inverse version of that. That for some reason is announced weirdly like that. It's like, it gets announced like you're leveling up for some reason. I don't know why. I think there's, yeah, hit the target here. There you go. And basically, yeah, as you can imagine, shrunk enemies are much weaker and they die real quick. If this doesn't come up, like, I don't think this ever really comes up, but you can actually, like, you can do both, because obviously, like, you can both shrink enemies and grow, and it'll just, like, basically one-shot everything, because they're really weak like this. They also, like, I feel like they also, like, slow you down less, which is, like, a weird thing to say, but, like, it's like, I don't know what it is, like, they don't have as much of, like, a stun effect on you, I guess, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, because, Jesus Christ. First I was gassy, now I've got the hiccups, you know? Classic me. But yeah, I've already mentioned this, I think, but, a lot of the, like, in-depth mechanics of this game are not understood, because I've never really seen anyone do, like, a good data mine of this game. People just don't care about this game, man. Is there a death here? No, it's just empty barrels. I bet you those barrels probably have stuff in multiplayer, but, you know. I think there's a gargoyle, like, right on, like, the other side of this wall, I want to say. Yeah, look at that guy. So, like with everything, if you don't want to engage him in close quarters, you can kind of shoot him from here. I didn't mean to flip that, but whatever. It's a good flip, so... Because, yeah, like, when you, like... I don't want gas masks, it's kind of useless. Oh, yeah, I love these cannons. Oh, I destroyed the gas mask. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do much. Oh, perfect, actually, here. There's actually a golem, right, I forgot, there's a golem on the other side, too, like, right next to it. So you can, like, have them both active at the same time. This is pretty rare. I forget if they can... Yeah, they hurt each other, too, so... You can kind of get some friendly fire going, which is kind of cool. The breath does not, I don't believe. I believe the breath only hurts you, but their, like, projectile does. And I can get the golem to hit the ground, which hurts the gargoyle, too. Which is kind of nice. And he's not really close enough right now to hit me with the lightning breath. Because the range of the lightning breath is not quite... Like, I think the range of all their breath is the same, but the graphic is not, like, synced up properly. At the very least, if the lightning breath does hurt the golem, it doesn't show. There you go. That was awesome. Hey, the thing even dropped on the other side of the wall. That's awesome. I am the master of cheese! Oh wow, those are 3 keys in that ring, too. Can I... Did I miss a lever? Definitely feels like I'm supposed to be able to lift that up, but I have no idea how. I love this cannon. There's a second thing there too, huh? Did I miss that, or am I going down there? Oh, I must be going down there, that's what it is. It is nice to kill those guys early, because now I don't have to worry about them when I come over here. Ah, there we go. Get rid of this crap. If you couldn't tell, these cannons shooting is purely aesthetic. It does not hurt you, so you don't have to worry about that. Do. Yeah, compared to the explosion, the poison gas is not... Like, it can kill stuff, it's just, like I said, it's so inconsistent about it. I don't know why, it's like, I don't know, I almost want to call it buggy. It's one of those things that, like, it does not feel like it works properly. There we go. Let's do this. Hit this lever. Ah, nice. Oh, that's actually right by where we just killed the gargoyle, so there's gonna be like 2 feathers right next to each other. It's kind of cool, actually. Just boom. Boom. Kaboom! Some more crystals over here we want to pick up. Don't miss them, because yeah, this area is like... I don't think this hurts you if I stand in front of it. I mean, it would be pretty weird if this hurt me, because I have to like stand in like a very specific spot for this to even hit me. Actually, do these even shoot randomly, or is it just like hit like a certain, like if you're in like a spot, it'll activate it? Yeah, I guess. Maybe. I mean, I was like just walked right when I decided to shoot again, but I feel like that's like triggered by being in a spot. Ooh, a natural lightning amulet. For some reason, even though this level is all about poison, there's a lot of like lightning themed stuff in this area. Like obviously there's the lightning gargoyles, but even just like I think like there's like more lightning potions than usual, I think, off the top of my head. That might be wrong. I don't know. I remember this being very lightning themed, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Don't ever ask me, because I haven't played this game in a while, and I'm also dumb. We have lightning on the weapon and fire breath. That's funny. I don't think that makes it any stronger, but it does come up with a double effect, which looks pretty cool. Compared to the hammer, the fire, like the breath, is not quite as strong, but you do get more use out of it. And it does have a slightly longer lasting effect, so that is kind of nice. I mean, the hammer is supposed to be like the super item. It's like pretty much like one of the strongest items in the game, because it just nukes everything around you, so... Look at you shooting arrows at me. Jerk. Let's not eat the poison apple, as it were. Whoop! You're screaming at me. Sometimes the barrel dudes will see you from a lot farther away than they really should be able to. It's like some dude just blew up and I don't even know where. He's like off in some wonderland, so he doesn't do anything because he blows up way too soon. I always love doing this on these fast things because the projectile doesn't scale with like it's not like Halo. Like it isn't like it doesn't move faster because I'm moving faster. So it's like you're like shooting projectiles all over the place, which I think looks kind of funny. You could get lucky and hit some dudes though if you're there in the right spot. Yeah, this area reminds me a lot of the other level we were just on, Sky Docks or whatever it's called. You must first reach the exit to obtain the Book of Protection. I kind of bit my tongue there, but whoops. Oh yeah, you can break this wall. It's one of the rare instances where that wood wall, usually you have to lower those, but it's one of the rare times where it's actually breakable, which I always thought was kind of funny. It like kind of tricks you by just being a graphic that usually you're not like breaking. Usually you have to lower it with like a lever. Key. I like the little like purple cloud in the background. Like it's just like a layer of clouds, but then, like the purple clouds kind of add to it. I don't know. I like it. The thing with her regular turbo being like the shot is it also means that because it's just like a regular thing, it's kind of not as good at being an AoE. Because like for example, a lot of the characters like their AoE like lasts longer, and like it also like they can move around for a little bit while they're doing it, so it has a better like get off me effect. Whereas hers is better at just doing damage to things in front of her, if that makes sense. Let's get rid of you guys. Hit that. I think we just basically set up like a big... Ooh, invisibility. I think we set up like a big sort of like thing of just like there's a bunch of levers to hit. I'm going to leave that invisibility because even though it seems like it's useless right now, I think there's actually a general that shows up when you reveal the good book. I think it puts a general over there. Yeah, you can hear it, right? It shows that, but then like it plays that sound, which is usually used for like moving a ship, because that is actually a real thing. There's actually like an extra platform just got moved over there that has a big general on it. So we're gonna go invisible, and we're gonna book it over there. Which thankfully, because I am the archer, that is not a big deal. We will get to actually use this on him. Gotta book it over there. Ow. There he is. Look at him. He doesn't even move. That's funny. Sucker! I don't know if this matters, but I'll also show this. If you double tap the potion button, it puts like a little short range effect around it. I think it lasts longer if you have more magic, I want to say. Use this holy book to help defeat the lich, yeah. So I think I've been kind of coy about those. Yeah, the book, like all the legend items basically just help with defeating bosses. They'll do something to the boss. A lot of them are just do damage to the boss, but some of them have like a couple cool little special effects we'll see later on. But I mean, I'm probably gonna fight all the bosses that we have the items for before I enter like the next area. Like, so like when we get to like the other side of the tower, I'll go and fight all the bosses we have items for. And then once we beat the last area, I'll probably just fight all the rest of the bosses at that point. Because of the way the game kind of does it like this, where you like it expects you to like, you don't have to. You can fight all the bosses as soon as you get to them, but it's a lot easier. It's not kind of what they expect you to do. And it's actually interesting because in Legends, in the original Legends, I think all of the Legend items are actually located in the world of the boss. And this game actually kind of mixes up a bit by putting them in other worlds, so they like expect you to like backtrack basically. Which is, you know, it depends. You might like it better this way versus the other way. I'm neutral on it. I don't particularly care. I think it's more streamlined to include it in the world, but like keep in mind that these games were originally like arcadey games, so it made sense for them to be in the same world. And because they got put on a home console, they decided that for the home console versions, they'll kind of put it all around to like kind of mix it up a bit. Because some of the bosses are actually pretty tricky without their item. Like, it's funny, the first boss is actually like one of the harder bosses in the game. Because once again, because the second one was originally the first boss of the game, so he's quite a bit easier than the new boss for World 1. Whoops. I forget, but I think because I opened up that chest and it blew up, I think I might have missed some stuff. Because I think it blew up a lot of... It might have actually blown up stuff behind the door. Oh no, there's nothing to blow up, thank God. When you reach 4 switches, one will lead you astray. Whoops, yeah, don't get spiked. Yeah, I think the music in Skyward is all the songs are great, especially like the shipyard is like one of my favorite songs in the game, which is kind of partially influences why it's one of my favorite levels. It is my favorite level, but I just love the way both Cloud Dogs is actually pretty close. They're both great levels. Like this world in general is just such a treat. Let's throw that out. Because it's nice thing about potions, it'll damage enemies in like open barrels and stuff, but it can't destroy like the toxic barrels or the blow-up-y barrels, so you can kind of like, safely use it without having to worry about accidentally like destroying something you want. Wait. Is there a gargoyle too? Or was that just like... There was like a sound effect that sounded like a gargoyle shooting a lightning ball, which I think is just a coincidence. Love that. Wow, that killed him? I got the silver through the wall. I'm playing Doom here. Ooh, growth. I'm a big girl now. Let's go! Oh wait, what's this? Oh, bomb. I'm an explosive girl now. I don't know. Gah! Your shots are stronger too, but I think it's like, I don't know, it's a lot more satisfying to obviously beat the hell out of things when you're huge. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, there's actually like a little switch puzzle here. You kind of have to figure out what each switch does, and I actually figured it out pretty quick, which is nice. There's actually, I think, a second one later in this level. This level likes switch puzzles for some reason, so we'll be seeing quite a bit. I think, oh man, our growth already wore off. Some of the power-ups I feel like last just a little too short for my taste. Like, growth, there's a lot of power-ups that are just do more damage, and like, for some reason, like, the weapon ones, the amulets last forever, but then like, stuff like growth lasts for only like a couple, lasts like 30 seconds or something. Like, it does not last very long. Especially, it doesn't help that, you know, it's like you get growth and you have to do a switch puzzle right away, so you're just wasting a bunch of time. Anyways, I think there's stuff over here I didn't grab. Let's quickly check. Well, there's this lever. That's good to grab. Yeah, ice crystal. I forgot how many excess ice crystals there are to pick up. It's weird. It's like Dreamworld, even though it needs the most crystals, it's also the most stingy about it. There's like, I think there's like a couple excess for everyone except for the last world, the Dream World. So, whoops. Unfortunately, even with the gas mask, I'm not immune to their projectiles because they does not care that I can't breathe. To be fair, they wear poison gas too, and they're affected by the poison gas, straight up, so apparently poison gas just aren't all they're snuffed up to be. Ah! Pick some stuff up, whoop-de-doo. Let's do this, get rid of you guys. Up! Sometimes it's easy to get stuck where like you're trying to like shoot stuff and then they shoot a projectile and you're just stuck there like an idiot. It's like you can strafe, but strafing, I always say this, strafing is not worth it. When you strafe, you shoot a lot slower. It's like I feel like it's almost always worth it to just go hit and run like this. But I mean, technically speaking, it probably is better defensively to do it. I just feel like it's not necessary because the game isn't hard enough to need it. Oi! If you want to hit this guy from range, because your shots kind of drop, you have to like kind of like, well, this guy's taking shots away, the jerk. Well, I can't hit him from here. Let's wake up the golem at least, because fun. If I can, I have to like, I guess I would do it from like this. There you go. The poison golems actually have probably one of the coolest looking effects. Because like they're all the golems have like different like stationary poses. The poison golems look basically like a barrel of poison, like a toxic waste barrel. And then when they like wake up, they like, it's like they kind of like erupt like the regular barrels do, like pop open. It's actually a really cool looking effect. We haven't really gotten a good look at it because I keep cheesing them, but I forget if there's one more poison golem in this level. I hope there is because I actually want to show it off if I get the chance to. I want to say there's a death up here, but I might be thinking of a different spot. No, it's a different spot, I guess. Opens that up. Oh, it gives us a light amulet. Well, good timing, because I'm definitely about to go ahead and just shoot this guy. Where is he? There he is. It's funny, when you're far away, they can't always hit you very well. Like, look at this guy's throwing way over us. That tends to happen when they're at, like, angles. Like, if it's, like, a straight line to you, they'll usually hit you just fine. But when it's more of an angle, that's when it starts to be, like, they kind of have trouble hitting you. Whoop! Ah! Get out of here. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch! Ah. Oh, hey, there you go. That show. I mean, you can very obviously tell there's literally a lever in there, but you know. That's the effect of showing you hidden walls. Basically makes it just glow. Oh, God. Yeah, the hitboxes of the planes are a little wonky. They don't always hit you when it looks like they should. I think it's because when it first comes up from this platform, which let's just show it off. It's a cool thing. Like a bunch of planes come up like that. I think like the hitbox takes a second to actually like activate. It doesn't activate right away. So you get a second to like react basically. Although obviously it takes a while to even like come up. So like that's not really an issue, I mean, but you know. Anyway, since I've opened up some chests, let's go get those keys. Forget where they were. They're oh, there they are. I just thought this was weird. This, like that switch we did earlier, like opens this up, and it just barely doesn't connect to this platform. But like because it's like so close, it creates like this weird like dead zone where you can walk a lot more off this platform than like you can. It really looks like you should be able to. Like it's weird that this can't connect. You know what I mean? And I think if you like finagle against this, sometimes you can because the game's kind of weird with that. It doesn't want you to be in like dead space because obviously like there's. The game's very like stingy about that, you know, because it's not really like there's no platforming in this game. You can't leave the ground, but sometimes you can get like weirdly like close to being in the ground. And I think there's actually a handful of spots you can kind of glitch out of bounds because of that. I don't remember where they are because I'm not a speedrunner of this game. They're the only people that would know because nobody fucking plays this game otherwise, I swear. Like I think this is a great game, but it's kind of a shame that like barely anyone ever, I barely see anyone talk about it. Whoa, that guy managed to make quite a dive for it. He actually got to me. This son of a bitch. Let's wait for this plane to go by. That's funny. Okay. I can pick up this potion. You can see my playstyle. I'm the kind of person who's like, I try to keep my stuff maxed out if I can, and then when I see another potion, I'm just like, alright, time to use a potion, you know? Because, like, I hate being stuck with no potions and you see a death, and it's just like, there's nothing you can do about it, and it's super annoying. Voice acting's so good. Yeah, there's a key there. I'm not gonna be able to grab that, because I want to say this platform doesn't go back down. This is also normally where you'd fight the golem. Oh, there's a blowy up dude. No, yeah, this platform's one way. Boom, yeah. If I remember correctly, I think, wow, there's a lot of keys in this level, I forgot. I think we're getting pretty close to the, whatchamacallit, to the switch puzzle? Because there's like a more complicated switch puzzle late in the level. That's like for, I think it's for a runestone? I believe that sounds right. Yeah, it's right around where it's actually showing us right now. And there's no potion, but I figured it felt like a good time to use it. I say that, but is there... No. There's X-ray specs, though, which would show us that there's a death nearby. Yeah, blow up. Don't need it. Get rid of you guys. Get out of here, jerks. Yeah, when there's multiple generators nearby, sometimes it can be hard to like really progress through enemies, because they spawn pretty fast, these guys. And it gets more nasty as you go through the game. Meat and junk. And that one... Let's get the ribs. I think the ribs are the best item. Oh, well. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's a full heal regardless. Oh, I don't need the cherry anymore, I guess, huh? Get you. There's another key here, man. Oh yeah, there's keys back. You know what? I think it's worth sacrificing some specs time for the keys, because like the keys... The specs just saves me keys anyways, so I mean, really. This just gives me longer lasting X-ray vision if you think about it in a weird way. I also like how those specs aren't even on your face, they're like in front of you. Which I always think is funny. That's another one-way platform. This world loves that shit. You guys, let's quickly see what this is. What's over here? More shit. I think, yeah, 2 begin to free in steps of 3. 5 must be the center key. They actually kind of tell you about this, but yeah, this is what unlocks the puzzle up ahead. This is the runestone puzzle. Center is the key. But before you want to do all this, it's better to just kill all this stuff first. Screw all these guys first. Like, just kill everything so you're not dealing with this while you're trying to, like, figure out a puzzle, you know what I mean? That wasn't obvious. Ooh, lightning breath. Get out of here. Another explodey thing. Don't need that then. I want to say that... No, that's not, like, the exit, but, yeah, that's just, like, a way forward. It's funny there's a guy on there. The barrel just goes right through him. I don't know how he ended up on it, but, there we go. Grab some keys. There's another thing here. From where a dead man hangs, a lone pale crystal sits. Oh, there's a black death over there. Be careful about that. Alright, so. I like the little symbol, like the toxic, like that's like their symbol. There's a lot of cool little bits of world building in these games, even if like it doesn't have any dialogue. Oh, wait. Yeah, you have to hit that lever to actually show it. So, I forget how this works. Like, each switch basically does something. Right, yeah. So, basically, the idea is you hit this switch last, basically. Because what that does is it, like, lowers the thing. Whoops. Forget how this works, though. See, the problem is, because the emulation, I have no idea if I can go through this right now. I actually make sure I can. There we go. Wait. No, dang it. Okay, this one raises it. And that one, there we go. And now this one lowers it, and there you go.
6 runestones have been found.
Bada bing, bada boom. Got the runestone. We did the switch puzzle. Alright, so here's where the block button actually comes in handy if you can't avoid these. Oops. Get out of here. You're not draining my level today. So it said from where a dead man hangs, a lone pale crystal hangs. Oop! I forgot this goes back. I wonder where that is. They're talking about, like, I'm pretty sure it's like a black crystal, but I don't know if they're talking about death or if they're talking about like a random like skeleton somewhere. It's hard to tell. There's no hidden walls here, so it's just, I guess just keep an eye out. Just do this. Get rid of all these guys. They suck. Boom. I say boom a lot during this because it's just like I'm just punching stuff. Like, what do you want me to say? Meat. Oh, I think one of the characters actually gets the ability to turn poison food into healthy foods. Like, they'll turn poison apples into regular apples, and then eventually, once they get to a high enough level, they can turn meat into like actual drumsticks, which is basically just more health, you know, obviously. But all right, let's just get rid of you. Boom, dead. And he dropped silver. Nice. But get out of here with your projectile, man. These guys add up a lot of damage over time. Just because that projectile is quite nasty. I bet you can, like, clip into this if you walk into it in a weird way, but, whatever. I don't know why I care. I always care about dumb shit like that. What can I say? You wouldn't believe how weird I am about the Animal Crossing series. I'll walk in all kinds of weird ways. So I'm just like, how can I talk to this animal, you know, like the weirdest way possible? You know what I mean? Oops. Hey, well, you know, I actually walked into it in a weird way. Well, you know, I got it. You, like, drop off and, like, let you do it. Huh. We haven't seen a black crystal yet. I wonder... I must have... Did I miss it? Because, like I said, the thing is that if I miss any black crystals, I'll have to replay a level. That's, like guaranteed, because that's just how it is. There's exactly 250 to find. So I guess I'll come back and see if I missed anything. Block that. No! I walked into it wrong. Is there any other levers I didn't get? Ow. Just quickly hit all these. Hell yeah. Anything back here? There's a lot of backtracking. I don't think it's even... Yeah, you can't go back any further. But I don't know. That hint is giving me weird vibes. Like I'm missing something obvious. And I don't know. It's hard to say. Who knows? Oh, hey, that's funny that this like gets switched if you leave. That's weird, actually, that it goes back to the other side if you do that. Huh. Wonder why it does that, actually. That's weird, actually. I wonder why it does that. Funky. There's no hidden walls here or anything like that. Like, I can't go through anything. I wonder if that's a hint for a way later in the level. Because every once in a while they do that, where there's just a hint much later. Because I know this level in particular has like one big thing right at the end. I feel like I always end up missing that too. But I guess we'll see in a sec here. Yeah, let's get going. Oh, three-way shot. Nice. Got him. Oh! There's the dead man. It was a white crystal. For some reason, I thought pale meant black because I always think of like a pale horse is like supposed to be like the sign of like death. So I always think of it as like a black thing. I don't know. That's just weird. That's like some weird thing that I always end up thinking of. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I swear that's a thing. Like, pale can mean white or black. It's like a weird thing. Anyways, so I have three-way shot. Let's blast these guys before it runs out. Ah! Three-way shot is very satisfying. And unfortunately, we won't ever get to see five-way shot, but that's even better. And, yeah, they said 2 mighty beasts are in the hold. Because, yeah, there is some mighty beasts ahead. I think this is the only time the game... Well, no, it's not the only time, but I think it's the only time that they're, like, straight next to each other. There's 2 chimeras we're gonna have to fight at the same time that are just chilling a little bit ahead. So you have to keep that in mind. You know, it says prepare for it, because, yeah, they're a pretty big deal. Want to be careful about that. There's a death over here. Can I hit him from here? Nope. Oh, I woke him up! That's funky, actually. I woke him up, but I didn't... That's weird. Let's see if I can do this. There. That's so weird. I, like, didn't get him with the magic, but it still woke him up because I guess it must have been on the very edge of the magic. That must be some weird thing. Because, yeah, this game's weird like that. Let's just do that. And let's wait a sec, because basically we want to, you know, get prepared, because the chimeras are a big deal. If you couldn't tell, so I don't think they actually give you anything for them either. It's just they just dump you in here. Yeah, like they give you a couple chests to, like, fake you out. Like, oh yeah, you'll get an item for them. Like, nope. And when you get close, this big gate here opens up and double chimera. Because I'm the archer, I can do that. It's actually not that bad, because they give you a decent amount of wiggle room. So as long as you can, like, bait their breath and then just move out of the way. Because if you're close enough, they'll shoot their breath and then waste their time. But now things are going to get weird because they're desynced. So I want to get close and, like, push them back. Like this. Ow! And then luckily, yeah, because their breath is a little too short to actually hit me from where they want to use it. It's kind of a funky... Now I'm going to go around you in circles and then do this. There we go. It's actually not that bad because, yeah, you're really strong. Are those speed there? Man. Technically speaking, you can just walk around them and not have to kill them, obviously, because it's not like they're really blocking, but they're pretty nasty dudes otherwise, and it's kind of hard to just avoid them. Would have been nice to pick up the speed, but I actually kind of forgot there was anything in the room other than the lever. Alright, we open up a yellow thing. And obviously, if you couldn't tell, this now unlocks this. I want to say there's an item here, but I don't remember how to get it, and I'm probably missing it. There's a meal, I'm pretty sure, below, and I always forget how you're supposed to get it. It might be even that it's like multiplayer only or something weird like that, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it. Yeah. I have no idea how you get that, unfortunately. Like I said, it might be that it's only in multiplayer, but it's like it's weird to me that it would be multiplayer only. So it's probably just there's some obscure method. I think it's actually like something weird, like if you have to not hit a certain lever or switch or something, and you'll actually like do it. It's like some weird thing like that. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this part. Man, we got 800 kills. You can see worlds are getting huge. I mean, I said that, but Skyworld is just kind of big in general, even though it's only 4 levels. Now let's max out our potions, and there you go. When you buy a potion, it just gives you a random color. Buy some meats, and there we go. We never got to see Poison Golem. Oh well, that's not a big deal. And we have enough crystals for the next area, so let's go, I guess I'll save. Because, like, everything I do after this isn't gonna get, like, it's all saved already, so, like, everything after this is just, it only shows up when I, like, do this for the first time, I'm pretty sure.
Congratulations, crystals to enter the forest realm.
Hell yeah. I think that must be an emulator glitch, that it doesn't say all the lines. Heck yeah. Boom. I think there's 3 runestones of each color, so it's like red, blue, yellow, green, obviously. Because this game loves the 4. It's funny that it's 3 primary colors, but red and blue are always primary colors, and then whether it's green or yellow depends on whether it's the primary colors of light or paint. And I always thought that was that's such a weird real life thing if you think about it, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is it, I think it's yellow for light and green for paint? No. Yes? I always forget which. I think it's yellow for light and green for paint. That's what's in my brain. I love the random sound for this area. It's just drumming and like some chanting. I love it. This is the forest realm, if you couldn't tell. So it's kind of a bit of a tribal theme going. Although not really. It has drums and like the chanting, but there's never anything that's actually like tribal. It's very like swampy tree land, basically. There's no like tribal enemies, which is like a... It's weird that they have the drums and the chanting though, but yeah, that'll be it for this part. So yeah, see you guys later.